We're making ourselves a big ass trellis today. Huh? This monolithic structure. The one we had was 4 feet. I want to go up 6 feet. It's cedar. So that's what we're doing. And I'll show you how I'm building it. I have a rough idea. Don't have a wicked plan, but I got a rough plan. And that's what it's all about. It's Jay in his garden sombrero. Sombrero. Welcome back to Simple Woods Life. It's your boy Jay Diggity Dog, the Jayster, the Jaymeister, Jayorama, J-Man, J-Town. Today we're building ourselves a cedar trellis for our beans. Nothing huge, gonna replace one that already exists there. It was 3.5, 4 feet high. I wanna go 6. Bought a few pieces of premium cedar, and we're gonna rip these down to 1-ish by 1-ish. Not really gonna get too concerned, just cut this down the middle. Some rigid utility mesh. I was trying to figure out some kind of wire, cage wire, something of that nature, as the kids would say. I was gonna do slats like I did for the squash, but because the beans have these really tiny little traily bits that do whatever they do, wrap around. I don't know what you call them. I don't know all the garden words. All of this hellfire and brimstone, tornadoes and weather warnings. This is like biblical weather, right? But it's not breaking the heat. This is like in the olden days of pharaohs and kings, we would be sacrificing fields of goats. We would be building monuments to beg forgiveness to the deities that we had offended in some fashion. So have you offended a deity? Huh? Because I haven't. Can't blame this cat. I've been a pretty good guy. In fact, if Santa Claus himself sat in front of me and said,
you got anything to tell me?
I'd like some Lego, a couple video games, new bike. I can put my head on my pillow at night and I'm resting fine, I'm resting dandy. And if you can say to yourself that you didn't do anything, I think we need to work together and ask around.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
But we're gonna get to building that trellis anyway, and see where we go from there. There we go. Well, hey, what's up, Stuart? This is gonna be our prototype because this is what we had last time. And there's actually a couple of neat features in this. It runs its width, but it gives you a gap here for plants to come up. And it does have a couple of spikes to plant itself in the soil. So we might keep that kind of an idea in mind. I think we can do something a little nicer looking than just this. But for the most part, it's gonna be this, in essence, but 6 feet tall. So, first thing we should probably do is rip a couple of pieces of lumber down, eh? A 2x4 is never a 2x4, so we are relatively true, we're 3.5. So, we'll cut 3.5 in half. All right, so we've got 2 of those ripped. I'll keep the saw out because maybe we'll do a 3rd. We're gonna cut these to 6 feet, and then we'll take a look at what we're gonna do for assembly. My workbench is messy, and I don't like that, but I don't feel like tidying everything up. Just, you know, you gotta start a project before you can start a project. I'm not in that mood today. I'm gonna blame the heat. If my intent was to do the spiky feet again, like I did here, then I should have cut those longer than 6 feet. but it's not necessarily my intent, because either way the cedar is going to be in contact with the soil. Kind of tidy up a little. So we got 20 inches wide is our max. Our brackets will be on the inside, which will then leave that little pocket for plants to grow out of on that side and on this side of the support bar. I'm gonna rip that other 2x in half. So I'm gonna build the box on the ground first, that this will then sort of attach itself to. This is the extent of my plans. So we'll see as we go. The top, I wanna do different than the previous trellis's top. The top, I think, I really wanna make, the top I wanna make a little more like the frame of a house, I think. So, something like that, right? So I'd have to figure out what this angle is and what this angle is, and then that would run the length down, all right? And then we'd probably put some kind of a support in there or something. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of like a rafter. Kind of like a rafter system. And I'm not doing these. I'd originally thought about doing this slat work, similar to how I did the squash trellis. But the problem that I came up with on that is the grabbers, or whatever you call them, the tendrils that come off of the beans and the peas, they're daintier than the squash. That's why I went with that plastic, that netting. Years ago I did it with chicken wire, and it was just crap. And I was down at Tractor Supply and saw they had some fencing, some thin, sort of like thinner than field fence, but you can only buy that in like 300 feet. So that was off the table. I was looking at some cattle panel. I liked the thinness of that, but then I didn't want to cut off all the borders, like it didn't make any sense. I started going down like different kinds of trellis plastic, but that felt like flimsy, like a 6-pack of pop, or didn't have any support. And this is, the stuff I picked up is super rigid. So the screws and the supports and everything holding this together is gonna be rigid, but then I'm also counting on the fact that the plastic itself will add a touch more rigidity to it. Yeah, we'll go from there. That's the plan. That's the scope of this trellisy concept. Whether or not it adds up, we'll see. Oh, it's hot. It's hot in here too. I might turn the fan on, I don't know. All right. Now we're playing with mayonnaise. Yup, 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 yup. And then our posts will be on either end. And Bob shall be your uncle. I'll affix this. I think what I'm gonna do then is for the posts, to figure out my angle, I'm gonna put a single screw through here, and I'll pivot it until I'm happy, chappy. And then, once that's done, we'll cut the angles, we'll put the screw in for real. Because I don't know how to do angles, man. I'll draw lines until it works, and there we go. I'm good at 45s and 90s. Anything past that, I'm not even that good at 45s. But anything past that, we got a problem. So that's what we'll do. Let's do it! So I got to keep turning the fan off so I can talk to you, because obviously you wouldn't be able to hear me with the big ass fan on. And the humidex right now is 43. This is danger weather if you're not careful. But we're okay at the moment. I'm gonna pre-drill before I sink my stainless screws into this box. too many screws going into this one area here, eh? Because I've got to put screws through this, and there's screws through that. I wonder if I don't make oh, that'd be a 45, wouldn't it? What am I talking about? So your buddy Norm, he would have known this, eh? He'd have worked all this out off screen. And then when he did the video, you guys would be like, wow, how does he know all that? Well, A, years and years and years of highly skilled experience. I don't have that. And B, Russell Morash was there to help him. That's his producer. Hate to tell you this, guys, but the new Yankee workshop wasn't Norm's place, eh? That was old Russ's place. I don't even know how I know this information, but I know it. I know it good. Let's go bulk up this tray a little bit, and we'll have ourselves a giggly good time. Okay. We'll shore these up later. But for now, what I want to do to figure out the angle, I'm just going to put a screw in each side, and I'm hoping I can pivot it. Does that make sense to anybody? It makes sense to me, but that doesn't mean anything. There's got to be a better way to do this. I know enough to know I'm not doing this right, but also, like, what? Okay. Not sure. Let me take these off. There has got to be 1,000 ways better to do what I'm doing. Would that be it? So, not 100% sure how I'm gonna do this. I know if I was doing it with a roof, I'd have a center beam going up that we'd take out afterwards, right? To rest the post on. But I don't have that, so I'm not going to do that. So, what I can do get this affixed. Get it affixed real nice like. So I can still pivot that. Okay. Now, we'll be able to do that to this side. Yeah, if I do that. Okay. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Okay, Blue Jays. Let's play that barn ball. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play buzz. Okay, Blue Jays. Yeah, let's play buzz. Okay, Blue Jays. Let's play ball. That's the long and short of it, eh? Something like that. Oh, you guys are being wieners. Get my clamps. Wiener! Wiener! You guys are being wieners! All right. Looking pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Well, there it is, folks. We're done. We did it. We built it. Huh? You and I. We did it together. We're amazing. Huh? Look at the team we make. That's it. It's brand new, right? And as Florida Georgia Line says, it ain't cool till you wear the new off. Yow! I don't know why the hell I'm quoting FGL.
How you doing?
Here we are. Looking good. It's hot. It's sticky. It's gross out. And while the sky's bluey clouds, I keep hearing thunder. I can only imagine that Mother Nature's got something in for us between the tornado warnings, the crushing, mind-altering heat, and now thunderstorms and tropical storms. We don't get rain anymore. We get, you know, like a dramatic teenager melting point. The humidex is 42 degrees. So